Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Today we are on the page number 305, the last paragraph. Athasalini, page number 305, the last paragraph. So, with the previous two paragraphs, paragraph number 455 and 469, so commentator explained what Mano Dhatu and Mano Vijnana Dhatu. So, Mano Dhatu is a Sampadicana Chitta. And then paragraph number 469 explains two Mano Vijnana Dhatu. Prathama Mano Vijnana Dhatu and then Dutiya Mano Vijnana Dhatu. Prathama Mano Vijnana Dhatu, as you see, it is what? It is Somanasa, pleasant feeling. It arises with a pleasant feeling. Dutiya Mano Vijnana Dhatu, it associates with the Upekha. Upekha, taking Eta Majada object. So then now that paragraph, the last paragraph here, Tata. Tata means among these two Mano Vijnana Dhatus. It means Somanasa Santirana and then Upekha Santirana Chitta. Among the two Chitta, two Santirana Chitta or two Mano Vijnana Dhatu. Prathama Dvisu Thanesu Vipajati. Okay, Prathama. Prathama means the first one. Somanasa Santirana. Dvisu Thanesu Vipajati. So in two places or two places, Vipajati. So regarding the word Vipajati, mostly it explains what the bear, it bears the fruit. It bears a fruit. It produces a fruit. But in the Jataka Athakatha, it is explained as a Vipajati, Sambhajati. Like a Sambhajati means it come to be perfect or it accomplished. Okay, this meaning is better suited here. Or we can also say what it happens as a result. It happens as a result. So it is also okay. Because this data itself, as we discussed before, cannot produce a result. It is a result in consciousness. So that's why if we translate as it bears the fruit, so it may not make a sense, may not make sense. But it will be better to say it accomplishes. Or Sambhajati in Pali, Sambhajati. Or we can, as the Sayadaw Bhadadika Sayadaw explained, Ajo Phi. So Sayadaw explained, Ajo Phi. It happens as result. Is better. So Vipajati. Dvisu Thanesu in two cases, in two places. So as we have a study in the Abhidhamma Piṭaka, so Somanasa Santirana The function of a Somanasa Sandhirana is only two. So here, what are they to elaborate? Sahi Panchadwari kusalavipāka cakuviññāṇāti anandaram vipāka manodhatuya tam aramanam sampadecitva nirodhaya tasamiye varamane sandhirana kicham sadayamana panchasu dwaresu tattva vipajjati. Maybe 4 lines, nearly 4 lines or 1 paragraph. No, 1 sentence. So sa vipajjati. So this first manoviññāṇa dhatu or somanasa sandhirana vipajjati accomplishes or happens as a result. And then what? Panchadwari in the 5 doors. So eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body doors. So kusalavipāka cakuviññāṇāti anandaram. So right after the cakuviññāṇa, etc., which is the result of a wholesome vipāka manodhatuya. Then aramanam sampadecitva. So as you see in the thought process, so before the Sandhirana Citta, there is a what? Sampadecana Citta. So Sampadecana is receiving the object. The function of Sampadecana Citta receive the object. So it is called manodhatu, vipāka manodhatu. So vipāka manodhatuya or the resultant mind element, it means Sampadecana Citta. Tan aramanam, that object taken by the Sampadecana Citta. Sampadecitva, Sampadecitva, having received the object or the resultant mind or element. Nirodhaya. So after receiving, Sampadecana Citta cease to exist. So after the cessation of the Sampadecana Citta, tasamiyewa aramani, on that very object, Sandhirana kicham, the function of investigating, sadayamana, accomplishing the function of investigating, panchasu dwaresu in the 5 doors, tattva remaining on the 5 doors, vipajjati accomplishes or happen as a result. So it means sa vipajjati. So somanasa sandhirana citta or first manoviññāṇa dhatu happen as a result, remaining on the 5 doors. So accomplishing the function of the investigating. Investigating what? Investigating the very object that has been taken by the Sampadecana Citta that arise right after the cakuviññāṇa, eye consciousness, etc. Okay. So that is, we have studied in the Abhidhamma Sangha, and so that is very understandable for you. Then this is in the 5 doors. So in the 6 doors, chasu dwaresu pana, but in the 6 doors, balavaramani, dadaramana hodava vipajjati. So balava aramana, strong object. So clear, very clear object. So we can simply say balava. Balava aramani, balava aramana. So in the So it is like a what? In the thought process, Adimahantadhamana thought process. And also it is in the five door. So Vibhuddharamana, or we can simply say Ati Vibhuddha Aramana, very obvious object in the mind. So the object is very strong. So then in that case, Tadaramana Hodowa. So this Somnasa Sandirana Chitta functions as the Dharamana registration. So having been as a Dharamana, Vibhajati accomplishes or have been as a result. So in brief, we can say Somnasa Sandirana Chitta has a dual function. One function is in the five door as a Sandirana. Another function is in the sit door. Only when the object is very strong or very vivid or very clear, then it takes the function of the Dharamana. Okay, Sandirana function, Sandirana Kichya, Dharamana Kichya. Okay, dual function. So Katan, so regarding the Dharamana function.
Hi, Sayadaw.
Yes.
Yeah, may I have a question about the word Palawaramane? That is
Yes.
the locative case, right, Sayadaw? Is it locative case?
Yes.
Okay, I see. Okay, thank you, Sayadaw.
Then in that Balawa Aramana, so in the heavy or strong object, so how this Jeda function as a Dharamana. So Katan is a giving there. Katan just question mark. How? Yet with the example, illustrate, commentator illustrate with the example. Yatahi chanda soti, chanda soti, tiriyan navaya, kachandiya, udagan chejedoa, togan tanam, navan anubhandedoa, yata sota mewa, kachati. That is Upamana. So similarly, yata and then data. So we have a study a yata data sentence structure. So when we want to say with the simile, then first part should be placed with the yata, and then last part should be reading with the data or ewa mewa. So if we know if data is very very simple, then we can use ewa mewa in the same manner. Yatahi chanda soti. Okay. Tiriyan navaya gachandiya udagan chijidawa. So gachati yata. You can join with the gachati. Gachati yata. So gachati. Which one goes? Udagan. The udagan gachati yata. Like the water goes. Actually, water don't go. Water flows. The water flows. But the Bali is very simple. Udagan gachati. So how the water goes. So chanda sodi diriya nawaya kachandiya. When a boat is going against the heavy current, so the current is very heavy, but sometimes we have to go against the current. So the simple boat, motorboat, motorboat is okay. But for the simple boat, it may not be able to go against the current. again the what? Again the strong current or heavy current. So, but here maybe with the motor boat, a boat with a motor. So when it goes again the current or the what heavy again the heavy current. So other than what happened, Udakam changed it over. So other than it seemed to be we are breaking the water. The boat is breaking the water. So Thogan Thanam Navan Anubandetava to some extent, to some distance, okay, to a few distance, the water follow. Okay, the water follows what? The motorboat. After following to some distance, then it becomes a normal. It means it goes Yathasoda Miwakachati at the current flows. Okay, at the current flows. So also,
Hi, Sayadaw.
yes.
I'm sorry, but so Sayadaw translated that's the boat going against the current.
Yeah.
So which word means against, Sayadaw?
Tiriyam.
Tiriya.
Yes. Tira. Tiro. Tiriyam. Tiriyam.
Cross.
Yeah. Tiriyam, it means go against or go. Yeah, it means go go against. It's better.
So that is the what? It is the locative, and it is the accusative case, right? So, Tiriyam is.
Tiriyam. Let me see. What is that kind of a word?
Can we say the adverb?
Adverb. Yes, it is adverb.
Yeah, so it's the tiriya. And tiriya, it doesn't have the meaning of against.
Let me see. Tiriya, where is? Okay, Dirachana. Suppose Dirachana, we translate as animal. So why do we call animal? Tiro Gachati, Achati, Tiro Gachati. So go against the sky. So whenever maybe most of the animal, may not be all, but most of the animal, they go again. When they go, maybe they have 4 legs, okay, or no legs. So they give their back to the upward. Okay, tiro, that is tira. Tira and tiriya, I think this is a kind of abyaya, no? What is that? Let me make sure. Tiriya, where are you? Okay, tiriya. Okay, I found that from the Pali Myanmar Dictionary, Piṭaka Pali Myanmar Dictionary. Tiriya. Viriyanda. Chadanandiga do tiriya do. Tiriya namadina jati. And then number 3, Diriyo Nama Papato. Diriya here give Diro plus Iya. Okay. The word Diro and the Iya. Tira Iya. Something like that. Tiriyan. Tiriyan. Oh. So, but for the word Tiriyan also we have two explanation. Where? It's one is indeclinable particle. Okay. Indeclinable particle, it in the sense of the locative. So it is called Sadamyanda Nipada. Sadamyanda. Sadami. Okay. It is with the ending, locative case ending. It is indeclinable particle with the locative case ending. And also Rupa Seti also giving. Rupa Seti, Sadaniti, and that. Tiriyanti, Itha, Panjamyati, Upayoga, Vajana, or Karanati, ETP. Tiriya is in the sense, number one sense is like going against a cross, also okay, crossing. Tiriya in the as an indeclinable particle, it has many meaning. Yeah. Number 8 meaning are there. So one of them is cross or against. Pila kanla. Okay,
So it means a cross. This means the stream, the current is going down very strong, and the boat is trying to go across the stream.
yes.
It's trying to go from this side to the other side.
Yes, that's also okay.
So it's going across. So it's not going against, right? So it's going again means it go upstream.
Going against means upstream.
Yes, but here it means going across or going against.
Both are possible. So because in Myanmar, it is called what? Phila. Phila means Phila means going against. And also Kanla means going cross, to go across. Like this. So, but what we mostly the sense, suppose there is a one Sikkhapada for the 120 rule for the monks. Monks are not allowed to go to take a vote upstream or downstream. Okay. So if they go there, then there will be Pajitiya offense. But because of that Sikkhapada, monks don't allow bhikkhunis to go together with him. And then because of some people, they take advantage on that point. Some bad people, they try to destroy bhikkhunis because they were alone. So that's why the Buddha allowed the bhikkhunis to go, allow the monks to go together with the bhikkhunis to cross the river. Okay, Tiriyan Daranaya. Tiriyan, it means crossing the river. Okay. So in that case, cross has a more evidence. Okay, to go cross. or across, or what is that?
I think
So
to go
that-
across, yes, you know.
Okay, go across. Go
Yes.
across. It has a more evidence. Go against has a not. I think not much evidence or very few evidence there.
I
So, but
Okay.
the sense is that if a boat go the motorboat, then we can see clearly that some of the water follows the boat. Okay. But during the Buddha's time, there is a no motor, no motorboat like this. So even when we go across the river, then maybe some of the water may follow the boat. Okay.
Yes. And Sayadaw, there's another question is, I heard Sayadaw read Utakang trên đi tòa, but I have in, is it trên đi tòa or chết đi tòa? Sayadaw?
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Sayadaw. Yes.
Yeah, so it means the current is there, but if we go across, then it is as if cutting the current. Okay. Yatha soda mewa kachati, but it cannot it cannot follow to much distance, but to a long distance, but just to a short distance. After that, it has to follow the stream, follow the current. The water follow the current. So also similarly, Ewa Mewa, Chasu Dwaresu in the 6 doors, Malawaramani in the object, okay, strong object. Palo Bayamani. Okay, Palo Bayamani. Palo Baya means lova. So lova. So ya is what? So it is a kind of a desiderated surface. Palo So we have like a chatti yati or something like that. Even though our father, the father is there, the father all the time protect the children from the danger. So in that case, we can say what? He behaves like a what? Like an umbrella. Okay. Chatti yati. So also, even though something may not do such a function, such a work, but it is a kind of what? When we want to say desiderate, desire, when we want to say there is an inherent nature of a desire, then we use that sort of surface. So Balovayamani is there. Yeah. So even though the object actually does not persuade, okay, the object is just there, but here maybe because of the strong object, as if it persuade. Abhidhamma, okay. Abhidhamma, when come into the what? Come into the sight. Okay, Abhidhamma. Pata means the cause. Okay, or come into the cause. Come into the cause of our sight. Maybe it appear within the range of our our eye, or our ear, or nose, or tongue, body, that is called abyākatavipāko. So, javanam, javati. Okay. Then there is a javana. So it means that when the strong object is there, then what happens? In the six doors, there are what? There are javana citas, 7 javana citas. That's the main javidi, bhavangasa varo. So that's the main javidi here means after the cessation of the javana. So that is the time for the bhavanga to rise. Life continues to rise. Idam bana jidam, but the jida, sandirana jida, somna sandirana. Bhavangasa varan adhadova. Without giving the time for the bhavanga, life continues. Javane na gahita ramanan gahidava. Taking the object that has been taken by the javana. Ekam dve cita vari pavadito. So 1 or 2 consciousness times happening. Bhavanga meva orderly. So this orderly means descend into the bhavanga. So it means after the javana, usually it happens after the javana, there is a bhavanga. But because of the strong object, the object is very vivid in the 6 doors, then so without giving chance for the bhavanga to rise, sandirana take place. Somnasa sandirana take place as what the dharamana, 1 time or 2 times. Okay, that's why in the Adhimandharamana Vidhi or Vibhuddharamana Vidhi, there we have a 2 Dharamana. Okay. Here also give another simile.
So Sayadaw,
Yes.
so does that mean that according to the commentator, then the Tadaramana can happen once or twice?
Yes, sure.
So it can happen once.
They can happen 1. So also, Patadika Sayadaw explained in his translation, what? There are some people who take, who mention Dharamana only once. So they like Dharamana to be only 1 time. So, but in the Abhidhamma Sangha also, we have a 2 time. So, but the Vanuva Buddha Kosa, here, so he mentioned 1 or twice. 1 or twice. It may be up to the what? Up to the how strong the object is. Okay. Sometimes the object is very strong, then it will follow 2 times. Sandira, Somnasa Sandirana will follow as a Dharamana for 2 times. But sometimes a week, then it will follow 1 time.
So Sayadaw, but then from what we learned that we we said that according to the tradition, we had to take it twice, not once. So that is the opinion of whom? So, so who decided that it should be twice?
Should be twice. It is obviously in the Abhidhamma Sangha. Vanurodha, he take 2 times. He don't mention 1 time. So, but he just pick up only 1 time.
I see.
Yeah. So
interesting.
I think in the we have to check in the Visuddhimagga also.
Yeah.
Because Abhidhamma Sangha the arrangement of the Abhidhamma Sangha is very close to, not the whole Abhidhamma Sangha, but the last chapter or the Abhidhamma Sangha is a very, how to say, the arrangement, the order of that the Kammadhana chapter is very, very close, very close to the Visuddhimagga structure.
Yes.
I didn't see another one in the Visuddhimagga also, that point. So we better check Visuddhimagga also.
So Mulatika doesn't say anything, right? Sayadaw Mulatika and Anutika doesn't say anything, right?
Yeah, Mulatika didn't say yes. Yeah, don't say anything about the one die or two die.
Okay, thank you, Sayadaw.
So we, this is also interesting point. When this two die opinion is fixed in our tradition, right? Because of the with regarding this Panima Buddha Kosa's statement, we can know that there is a one die opinion also there, right? One die Dharamana opinion. So Dharamana, that is also, and so but he didn't say anything yet. But the question is, when do Dharamana is a fixed in our tradition? So it means who moves my cheese, right? Bhavanga mewa already. Okay, another simile is giving. Bhavanga gawat kandi. Gawat means go. Okay, gawat kandi, go group of or heart of accounts or cadres. So group of the cadres. Nadain darandebi ewa mewa ubama waithari dabba. Okay. So similarly, the example should be extended. Waithari dabba should be elaborated. So in the case of, also in the case of the heart of the cows, heart of the cadres who cross over the river. Okay, Nadindarandebi. So when only one cadet cross the river, the water may not follow it. But when group of the cadets they go across the river, then the water may follow them to some distance. A1, Eva Mesa, A1 Esa. Yang Jawane Nagahita Ramanam. Taseva Gahitata. Dararamana Nama Odoa Vipachati. So A1 Esa means this Jeda. A1 means thus. Jawane Nagahita Ramana. Yang Jawane Nagahita Ramana. So a certain object that has been taken by the Jawana. Taseva Gahitata. Because of the taking this, only that object becoming the Dharamana, or getting the name of the Dharamana. So is this Jeda, Somanasa Sandhirana, Jeda Vipajati happens as a result. Okay, the Jeda. So that is about the Somanasa Sandhirana. So it means a two function. In Phaidor, there is it function as a what? As a Sandhirana. And then in six doors, it functions as Dharamana. So altogether, it has a two function. And also regarding the time, how many times the Radhamana arise is also very interesting. So if we find, so please share, if you find any earlier source. Okay.
Yeah, I wonder if there is any information in Patthana, like in the Anantara Paccaya or Samanantara Paccaya. I don't know if there is any information in there.
Yes, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So Purima Dadharamana.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see there. So if any one of you have such a information, please let's share so that we can trace. So Dutiya Bana Panja Suthane Suvipajati Ubekha Sandirana. Okay. Dutiya Mano Vinyana Dhatu. It is called Dutiya here, but the Dutiya Panja Suthane Suvipajati. So happen as a result in 5 places. Lastly, Manosa Loki in the human world, human abode, Jachanda, Jadi Anda. So born blind, someone who born blind. Chacha Badida, who born deaf. Chacha Ela. Chacha Ela. Ela means what? Ela. Born blind, born deaf. Here, translation is born foolish. Chachanda, Chacha Ela. So Ela is the
Sayadaw, Chechen, we have a very fixed translation. I think it's like something like a blind and deaf, right?
Judge and yeah, born blind and Judge and then what? Another one is Chacha Badida. Badida is the deaf. Badida is a deaf. Judge and Anda means blind. Anda, as we know, that the darkness. Darkness can be in the idol. So that's why it is fit for the born blind. Jachanda. Chacha Badida, born deaf. Chacha Ela. Ela here in Myanmar translation, it is in that one who cannot speak, not able to speak. How do we say that? That's sort of.
I mean, so this is very interesting. So just we saw this term in the Sattaniti the other day. I mean, we studied. So it is like the saliva dripping from one's mouth. But here's what it means. Basically, is like a dumb person, right? So a dumb person, he doesn't have intelligence or something. So one of the signs is that he might have saliva dripping from his mouth. I think that is what we had in the discussion the other day. So maybe that is one of the signs to show that this person is a dumb person.
Yeah. Dumb. Dumb means what? Cannot speak. What is English? Dumb means not only speaking.
It's something like the dumb person is something like they say some people who is like 20 years old, but he's intelligent, maybe like only 4 years old or something.
Oh.
Even the silver came out from his mouth. He didn't know about that. He just smiling, he like this. I don't know.
Temporary not speaking. Not speaking also dumb. Okay. Or stupid also dumb. So yes, if we use the word dam, is better. It covers most of the nature of that sort of that body. Jacha ela. Not only water dripping, saliva from the mouth. So sometimes the people they have such a problem also. They cannot control. It means a kind of handicap. Okay, handicap. So ela is a better to understand as a nature of what dam. Dam, who is born dam. Jachomadaka, who is born mad. So from not because of the sometimes people when they encounter with a very serious condition in life, they can become a mad, like a Padajara. Okay, Padajara. So she lost her husband, the 2 children, her father, mother, and so on. So she is desperate. She felt that a lot of very, very serious depression, then shock. She was shocked by that event. That's why she became a what? She became a mad. That is not Jachan. Jachan what? Jachomadaka. So Jachomadaka means who born as a what? As a mad. So Ubado Byanjanaka, hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite is what? Two characteristics, male characteristics, female characteristics, both of them are there. So characteristics means everything. The very obvious thing is what? The 2 organs are there. So that they got Ubado Byanjanaka. So they are, and also Nabosaka. Nabosaka is the what? Yuna. Right? Yuna. So that sort of beings. So as a human being, they can be born as a human being. But when Padisandikhanakali, so when they take rebirth, okay, by the time they take a Padisandi, this Jeta, Upakasandirana Jeta, Padisandi Hodowa Vipajati. So becoming as having been as rebirth linking consciousness, Vipajati happen as a result. So very clearly, if we very simply we can say that. So this Upakasandirana Jeta functions as what the Padisandi. So for the handicaps, okay, handicaps. So in the human world, Jachanda, Jachabadira, Jacha Ela, Jachomataka, Ubado Byanjanaka, and Nabosaka. So Padisandiya Vidiwadaya. So going beyond Padisandi, it means after Padisandi. Yawada Yukam, the whole life. Bhavanga Hodowa Vipajati. This Jeda, Upakasandirana Jeda, happen as Bhavanga, life continuum. Even though Yawada Yukam is given here, it does not mean that the whole life for them is only Bhavanga. But there is a viti also there. Between the viti thought process there, whenever Bhavanga life continuum is to be arises, then the Jeta take place and then function as a life continuum. So Ita Majati Pancharamana Vitiya Sandirana Hodowa. So that jeta, Patisandi, now what we see is a two function, Patisandi function and Bhavanga function. And then another function is a Sandirana function. It also serves as a Sandirana investigating. So in the 5 Aramana thought process, Pancharamana Viti, and the thought process of the 5 Aramana, 5 object. And also when they take Ita Majata object, okay, Ita Majata object. But when they take strong object in the 6 doors, it functions as a Dadaramana Hodoa. And then Marana Gali, Judy Hodoa. By the time of the death, it functions as a duty. Vibhajati is understood. Okay, Hodoa, Vibhajati. Imesu, Thane, Panjasu, Thanesu, Vibhajati. In this way, Iti means thus, or in this way, in these 5 places, Ubeka Sandirana Cheta arises as a result. Okay, that is about the Manovinyana Dhatu Dvaya Natidam. So this is the end of the 2 Manovinyana Dhatu.
Hi, Sayadaw.
Yes.
I'm still not very clear about the part about the Tadaramana. So in that sentence, Sayadaw, so it's idang banachitang pawangasawarang adatto janani naga gahita ramanang gahito ekang dwe jitaware pawatito. This ekang dwe jitaware pawatito. So why there is no word wa in there? So, it's just ekang dwe jitiware.
Ekang dwe jitaware. There is a no wa is there. So that point I also, when I read Pali, I also find when the no wa is there, Ekang jitaware, it can so with the wa and without wa.
Yes.
That point also interesting. They can read wari. Let me see translation. Sayadaw what? Sayadaw is a translated not with the wa, but the meaning is a wa meaning. Either. Okay. Either one time. Yeah. We can do Jedawari. Do Jedawari. If we take, let me see another way. Idambana Jeda. Idambana Jedan. Adadawa. Kahitawa. Pawadidawa. Orderati. Okay. We can do Jedawari.
So you know the jitaware, that is in the locative case, right? So you know.
This is the accusative case in the sense of agenda sanyoga. Agenda sanyoga. So it is accusative plural. Like
but the subject is jitang, right? So you know, idang jitang. The verb, the main verb is o tarati, but we have the gerund there. But what is like to be, right? It's occurring. So,
Okay.
so why should it be in the accusative? It should be nominative, either nominative or locative, right? Because pavadito is like the to be. Then why is it in the accusative?
Happening, to be, to become, pavadati, to happen, right?
Yes.
Happen. Suppose if we say happen twice, happen once, like this. So it means how many times, in the sense of
Vara is the
time or frequency. Chitta vara. Vingasa vara. So vara means the 10 also we can say. So in that case, Bhavangasa vara is there in the previous sentence, above line. Bhavangasa vara adadama. So without giving.
How should we take that chitta vara? Sorry. Is it like the so it's not complements, right? It's not oppositional with the word chitta, right? Because the subject is the idang chittang.
Yeah.
And this is the gerund. So basically it's also another verb. And then which means chitta vara is not oppositional with the word idang chittang. Because if it is oppositional, then it has to be in the nominative case. But here, because as said, it is the accusative case, they are not the same.
Yes. What do you mean that what opposition or what? I know I'm not clear.
Yeah, so it's basically like, yeah, they are equivalent. So they have the same function, equivalent.
Okay.
Yes.
Not like this. Not like this. Chitta vara does not refer to chitta, but the time or frequency. Chitta frequency. So how many times it arises? So ekan. So Sayadaw translated is ekan chitta varam. He add ekan chitta varam dve chitta vari.
Oh, I see.
So one time, two times, like that. One chitta moment, two chitta moment.
Okay, thank you, Sayadaw. Then yes, and that appears that it can appear once or twice.
Yeah. So that is today we finish up to the Mano Vijnana Dhatu. May Wednesday we will continue, and then 8 Mahavipaka. It means that today we finish up to the 8 Aheduka Kusala Vipaka Chittas. Okay. So then next Wednesday we will continue 8 Mahavipaka Chitta. So thank you so much for listening, discussing, by saying Buddha Sasana Jiran Data. Buddha Sasana Jiran Data 2, Buddha Sasana Jiran Data 2, Buddha Sasana Jiran Data 2, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu.
Sadhu. Thank you so much, Sayadaw.
Yes. Good night. Good morning.
Good night, Sayadaw. Yeah. See you Wednesday, Sayadaw.
Okay. Bye-bye.